I was able to land 3 jobs, 4 internships, and hundreds of collaborations for my business, such as being on national television because of my network. But until 5 years ago, I was somebody who was extremely shy, quiet, underconfident, and full of self-doubt. So how did I do it? In today's video, I'm going to break down how I was able to, and you can too, build a strong circle or a network of like-minded people who can open doors of opportunities for you. Hi my friends, my name is Meher. I'm your career coach and mentor, taking your career to the next level. Today's video is out on popular demand, and as always, we're going to cover the following things. The first is, why is it even important to network? Who should be a part of your network? The mindset that you need to have before you begin networking. The actionable steps that you need to take to start building and maintaining your network. The mistakes that you need to avoid, as well as the Q&A from Instagram. So let's begin. First and foremost, let's talk about this. Why is networking an important part of your professional journey? Why is it even important to network as a professional? Well, you know that quote, it's not just what you know or who you know, but who knows you that opens doors. And I'm telling you, I realized the importance of networking and building a network a little too late. Now, let me take you through 2 examples. First is Ben and Ken. Now, Ben and Ken work in the same organization, the same team, in the same department. They are both equally capable, both are equally qualified. Their quality of work is exactly the same. But when it came to getting a promotion, Ben got promoted instead of Ken. You know why? Because the boss liked Ben a little bit more. Or maybe your friend got that dream job that you were applying for. You were the one with the right qualifications. You were the one who made that strong application. You knew you were more qualified to get that position, but she's the one who landed that job because she knew somebody who was working in that organization. They say that 85% of jobs are filled through networking. But what is a network? Who is a part of your network? Your network is anyone and everyone. It is your family, it is your friends, it is your friends of friends. And your network can be divided into 2 groups. One is weak ties and strong ties. Strong ties are your first degree connections, people you already know, such as your family and your friends. Your weak ties would be people who are associated with your strong ties. So it could be a cousin's friend, a friend of a friend. All these people form a part of your network. So who could be your strong ties? They could be your previous classmates, your previous colleagues, your professors, clients, vendors, customers, anybody you met at a coffee shop, anybody you met at a birthday party. These are the people who form a part of your network. So why is it important to have them in your network in the first place? Because like I gave you the example of Ben and Ken, these are the instances that are happening with each of us on a daily basis and in every aspect of your life, not just your professional life, but also in your personal life. Maybe everybody in your friend circle got invited to a party that you were not invited to. How did that feel? I'm sure that didn't feel good. Well, whether you're a CEO or a fresher or an analyst, meaningful relationships can really propel your life as well as your career. It will take your career to the next level. Having a strong network can even make you more aware of the opportunities that you didn't even know existed. But it's not just about collecting people's business cards or going for every random networking event that's happening in your city. You need to be strategic about building a network. And because today's work environment is so competitive, you need to take charge of this aspect of your life. And you need to do it for your own career success and personal growth. So let's begin with, how do I actually start building a network? The first and foremost thing that I always start is with having the right mindset, the golden mindset. Why do we feel shy, or why do we feel underconfident about building a network or going for an event where we don't know anybody? Because we're placing too much power on the other person. You need to stop thinking of the other person to be more experienced, more capable, more qualified, or just better than you. They are not superior to you and you are not superior to them. Have that mindset. Have the right mindset that everybody is equal. That somebody who is a CEO at a company right now and you need their help also started at your position. They were also a fresher some years ago. They also started from scratch. So if you have that mindset that, hey, I'm just starting out, I don't need to know everybody or everything, but I need to show that interest in learning more about everybody. And your mindset also has to be about adding value. Stop thinking about what I'm going to gain from this conversation, what I'm going to get in return for going for this event. Think about how you will add value to another person's life. What can you give to the other person? What can you give to others in the room? Remember that networking is a two-way street. You can't just keep taking. You need to give in return as well. So if you approach your connections with the means of adding value to their lives, to their career, they will also be supportive for your professional growth. Also, I want you to be authentic. I want you to be yourself. You are unique. You are a brand. You have strong beliefs, core values, and skills that you are bringing to the table. If you copy other people, people will see right through it. If you showcase yourself to be genuine, transparent, somebody who makes mistakes, somebody who falls down, somebody who gets back up, somebody who's failed but yet wants to succeed, that is what makes you more human, and that is what people want to connect with. So stop portraying a polished facade of yourself and be real, be you. And while you're approaching networking, I want you to have a positive mindset, because if you are positive, you'll attract positive people into your life. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And yeah, networking can be super challenging, super lonely, but if you have a smile on your face, if you go to that event just to talk to maybe one person, that person will genuinely want to connect with you because you're excited to meet them, and that is what you will showcase to them. So stop focusing on the obstacles when it comes to networking and focus on the collaboration, the conversations, and what you will be able to glean from this activity. Now let's talk about the actionable steps that you can take to start building that network of like-minded people. First and foremost, I want you to assess who is already a part of your network. Who are the people you work with? Who are the people you went to school with? Who are the people that you already know, maybe socially? Start making a list of all these people. And I want you to do this as a homework. Reach out to at least 2 people who are already in your network every week. Because like I said, networking is a two-way street. You can't reach out to somebody when you need their help. I'll give you an example. I was a part of an MBA class which had about 65 people. In that cohort of 65 people, I wasn't friends with everybody. And there were specifically a few people who did not mingle with everybody else and did not even make a conversation with me during the MBA and even after the program was over. But recently I received a message from one of them asking me for a favor. Now, you never spoke to me in class. You were never friendly with me. You were never nice to me. You never even stayed in touch post-graduation. So why should I do you a favor? You have to remember, you cannot ask somebody for favors if you're not nice to them. Because people want to help people who are nice to them. Like I said, everybody is a social being. Everybody is attracted to positive attitude. If you keep asking for things but not giving anything in return, people will not do any favors for you. So please remember that because it's a give and take relationship, you need to give as well as take. Now, you can't be thinking, Meher, I'm just a fresher, I have nothing to give in return. Of course you do. There's always a way that you can add value to somebody else's life. Maybe you could write a LinkedIn post for a mentor who is helping you, thanking them for all their efforts and work. Maybe you could praise your colleague at your next team meeting. These are the small steps that you can take to show people that you value their relationship, that you value their presence in your life. The second actionable step that you need to start doing is actually, let's say you have an event that's coming up. I want you to do the prep work before every event. If you're somebody who feels shy to narrate your story, your background, you need to start preparing well in advance. You just haven't practiced enough. So before every event, I want you to sit down by yourself and make a list of a few topics that you could talk about. If you're going for an industry-specific event, maybe you can start reading news and articles about the things that are happening in your industry so that when you do go for that event, you can shed some light on the latest happenings. Confidence comes through preparation and practice. So do your research about the people who will be attending that event, have your elevator pitch ready well in advance, and keep yourself updated. The third thing that you need to do when you're actually in a conversation or in an event where there are many people that you don't know, you need to display strong body language. If you have strong body language, good posture, good non-verbal communication, a smile on your face, good eye contact, you're dressed well and professionally for the event, your confidence will increase. People will be attracted to you. People will want to come and talk to you because having strong body language will make you more approachable, more confident, and just somebody everybody wants to talk to. The fourth thing that I want you to do is start remembering your personal worth. You are somebody who's as capable as a Ben or a Ken, or a Sita and a Geeta and a Tia and a Mia. You know my favorite characters. You are somebody who is just as capable as any Tom, Dick and Harry in that room. Understand, everybody started from scratch. Understand that you have a value, you have an expertise, you have uniqueness that you can bring to the table. And if you are feeling shy and underconfident in that room, in that situation, remember that there are plenty of people around you in the same room, in the same situation, having the same thought. So imposter syndrome is not just unique to you. Everybody is dealing with some form of self-doubt, but probably they are faking it till they make it. So remember your value, remember your worth, tell your story in a strong manner. And if you want to start building your personal brand, make sure you watch my previous video where I've covered this topic. The next actionable step that you need to take is remember to be a connector. Now, I'm a career coach and a career mentor, but that doesn't mean that I hold all the skills and the knowledge about different degrees. So what I do is, because I already have a strong circle of people in different fields, data analytics, AI, law, medicine, people who come to me for help, I connect them with these people. So I am a connector. Let's say one of my friends saw a job opening at Apple and wants to apply there. And I have a friend who actually works at Apple. I will happily connect those two. That's how you need to be. You need to be a connector too. Don't be shy about introducing your network. If you help people, they will help you too. So if my friend ended up getting a job at Apple, she will always remember that it was because of Meher's connection I was able to get that job. And in the future, if I need her help, she will definitely want to help me in return. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share and like this video. Also, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram page, MSP Vision. So let's talk about some of the do's and don'ts of networking properly. First and foremost is that remember that you need to have a diverse network. If you are in a group of friends who are very similar to you, you will not learn anything new. You will just keep talking about the same things, hearing the same things. That's why it's important to be friends with a journalist, a scientist, a lawyer, a content creator, a financial expert, a tax expert, because then you will be able to widen your knowledge and widen your horizon. If you go for a networking event and you're only stuck to the people that you already know, that's not going to lead to any growth. You're going for that event for a reason. Make the most of it. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Go and talk to people who are not like you. Learn from them. Ask them their perspective. Listen to what they have to say. And that's the second tip. Be an active listener. If you're feeling shy of networking and you think you don't have much to say, it's okay. Listen to what others are saying and then add on to that. Don't think networking is all about you. You're there to give in return as well. So the more you listen, the more you'll be able to ask questions and contribute to the conversation. Support people in your network by listening to them. So always remember, listen more than you speak. Now let's talk about some of the mistakes that I see people making when it comes to networking. Now when it comes specifically to online networking, let's say on a portal like LinkedIn, I see people sending out all these invitation connection requests without any personal note. Now, why would anybody want to connect with a Geeta or a Sita who they don't know and they get an invitation request from them? You need to add a personal note praising the other person that you want to connect with them because of XYZ reason. That will make it more likely for you to actually build a genuine connection with somebody. The next is, please don't make this mistake about talking about sensitive topics. Now, you're going for a networking event that's in a professional environment. You don't need to talk about politics. You don't need to talk about your personal finances, your personal issues at home. You don't need to talk about any trauma, religion, anything that could lead to a heated debate. Please remember, everybody is different and everybody has a different mindset, different ideologies. If you're somebody who's uncomfortable with other people's ideologies, it's fine. Just walk away from that conversation. You do not need to participate. It will just make things ugly. So please avoid talking about sensitive things. The next mistake that you may be making is that you're making every interaction transactional. Like I said, if you're in that relationship just to ask for things, people will not give anything in return. Build genuine connections just how you build genuine relationships. You take out the time to maintain relationships with your parents, with your grandparents, with your siblings, then why don't you do that same thing with your professional network? Let's say you have an ex-colleague from your previous job. You've been thinking about them, and that is a part of your homework that you need to reach out to at least 2 people a week. So maybe one of the colleagues that you worked with previously, you can go on LinkedIn and write a post about them, or you can comment on something that they wrote. Or maybe they got promoted or it's their birthday and you can send them a message. If people see that you're thinking about them, they will value you even more. The next mistake that I see people making is that you go for events, you meet all these people, but you don't follow up. So after you meet somebody and the event is over, you go back home the same day or the next day, send them a message. Tell them it was great connecting with them and that you thought you had so much in common and that you would love to stay in touch. If you don't take the initiative to get their number or add them on your social media platforms, they will forget about you. Just like how you forget random people you may be meeting every day. That's why it's important to take out the time to stay connected so that you can start working on making that relationship even stronger. And the last mistake that you may be making, whether it's an online event or an offline event, is not paying attention to your appearance. Now, people are going to judge you without you even saying a word. You're making a judgment of me right now on the basis of how I'm dressed, on the basis of how I'm talking, on the basis of how I'm looking. People are judging you as well. So why not give a good impression? Why not dress for the occasion? Why not power dress for the occasion? I'm not saying you have to go overdressed looking like a model, no. But if you're looking sharp, your confidence will increase. And like I said, people will want to approach you. Now, let me answer some of your questions that you sent on Instagram. Again, this is a very common question, is that if you are an introvert, how do you go about networking? Please remember that being an introvert is not a negative quality. It's a part of who you are. You don't have to be the strongest, the boldest, or the loudest person in the room to have genuine connections. What you can start with is, if you feel like you're an introvert, you have low confidence, start small. When I wanted to start public speaking, I actually started giving speeches and talks at my family event because it was my comfort zone. I knew everybody in the room and I knew that they're not going to judge me. That's how slowly and steadily I was able to come out of my shell. So if you're an introvert, don't think you need to go to an event and build 100 new connections. No, just go and talk to maybe 1 or 2 people. That's more than enough. Genuine deep connections are way better than so many random connections. Quality over quantity. Another question is, so how do you strike a conversation to build a network when you don't know what to talk about? Well, listen, you think there is nothing to talk about because you're placing too much importance on the person next to you. There is plenty to talk about. You are just afraid of what they're going to think about what you have to say. Stop caring about that. Talk about any random thing you can think about. It could be things that are common between you. Hey, since when have you been living in this city? Oh my God, the weather is so good today. What brings you to this event? How long have you been working here? How did you start your career? Oh, you went to that university? My brother went to that university too. Show genuine interest in what people have to say, find a common ground, and then build on that. Come across as somebody who's friendly and approachable and somebody who is actually listening to the person in front of them. How do you recognize genuine connections? This is so important because there are plenty of fake people out there. If somebody is just trying to extract things from you, somebody just wants to take from you and never give anything back in return, that person is not genuine. There's somebody who don't give a about you. There's somebody who have no time for you and your concerns. They probably have no respect for you, your journey, your values, your belief. Cut these people out of your life. You do not need to build connections with people who are fake to you. So if you see that this person is showcasing real interest in getting to know me, in learning more about my journey, in actually helping and contributing towards my career, that person is genuine. And let's say you did them a favor and then you call them and ask them for a favor from them and they don't want to help you, that shows that they have no interest in being your genuine connection. So pay attention to people who lose interest when you're speaking or they just want to have superficial conversations. These are not real connections. Like I said, cut them out. There are a lot of questions about LinkedIn, which I think I need to cover in a separate video, so I will definitely do that. I hope this video was useful for you. Please comment below if you have any more questions that you want to ask me related to networking and building a strong network. I'll be back soon with another one, but until then, keep believing in yourself. I hope to see you soon. Bye.